Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marcy. Thank you for clicking on that thumbnail, coming over, showing your girl some love. Today we have the long-awaited fall vibes, y'all. We're going to be talking about fall fragrances, well, autumn and fall fragrances that we're going to be able to enjoy, you know, within a couple weeks or so. Autumn is coming, fall is coming, same thing, y'all. I live in Los Angeles, California. We don't have those beautiful fall seasons that most people get with the orange and, you know, the browns and the dark greens and the burgundies, the beautiful leaves falling from the trees and all that. I really wish we did, you know, have seasons in California. They have some up north, but basically in Los Angeles, you do get a lot of sun. You get a lot of gloomy days for the fall, and then the sun tries to peek through every now and then. Other than that, you get a little sun and some clouds. But today we're going to be talking about fragrances that we are looking forward to. We have been looking forward to for this spring summer. First world problems, y'all, right? You know, we can never be satisfied. In the summer, we want fall. In the fall, we want winter. And in the winter, we want spring fragrances, y'all. But anyway, for the love of fragrances, right? Right. So we're going to be getting into some fall fragrance today. Today, I'm going to be talking about niche fragrances. And in the next segment, I'm going to be talking about designer fall fragrances. I had way too many that I wanted to share with you all. I wanted to do a top 10, but you know, I'm going to give you top 15. I think maybe top 20 today, but I think it's mainly top 15. So we're going to get into these fragrances and we're going to enjoy this lovely weather, you know, throw in a little cozy jacket, a thin cozy jacket for the fall, nothing too heavy, and you know, enjoy the fall and enjoy some of these beautiful, muted, calm, you know, smoky, spicy, with maybe a hint of rose or florals or fruits, you know. But for the most part, the fragrances are pretty muted and subdued and deep and spicy and warm, y'all. So anyway, let's get into this first fragrance. Please continue to watch, comment, like, subscribe, turn on those notification bells so that every time your girl does upload a video, you can be the first one to give me your feedback, recommendation, or whatever else you want to talk about for that day. I love conversing, not conversating. I love conversing with you all, and I absolutely love your feedback and recommendations. So the very first one we're going to get into, and I really think this is considered an indie house. I'm not sure if it's a niche house, but this is Michael Malul, and this is Atara. Atara is an amazing, this is a fruity floral, but it's also a fall fragrance. This is a pretty beautiful, sweet, thick, juicy blackberry fragrance. Now in Atara, you have your pear, black currant, you have some praline notes, you have some patchouli, vanilla, tonka bean, all that. This is a beautiful fragrance to transition into the fall because it's giving you fruits, but it's giving you crispy, watery fruits, but they're also deep berries or deep black currant as well. It's an amazing fragrance for fall, and this is Michael Malul, and this is Atara. Yeah, this black currant fragrance is beast mode, and this is the strongest black currant sweet fragrance that I have in my collection, and it's going to be amazing for the fall, y'all. So get into it. Michael Malul London, Atara. Beautiful bottle, stunning, right? So the next fragrance we're going to get into, we all know and love, well, most love, is Kayali's Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper. You have your beautiful notes of pink pepper, ginger, saffron. You have some May rose in here. A beautiful spicy vanilla rosy fragrance. Some people say this smells a little bit oudy, which is great for the transition into the autumn, fall, and winter months. But beautiful bottle. What else is in here? You have some lily, you have some rose, you have some bergamot, sandalwood, and patchouli. A beautiful fragrance. This is actually my favorite fragrance so far. I did love Elixir, which is has a beautiful note of red apple inside, but Elixir is amazing as well. That was my signature scent, but this one now is my love and my signature scent, and it has been for at least a couple months now. Beautiful fragrance, Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper. So the next one, and I'm going to dedicate this fragrance to my friend that just passed. You know, he was an amazing guy, and his name was Tori. Absolutely loved Tori. He was a great friend. Unfortunately, he died of COVID. He was only 46 years old. But Tori told me, he said, Marcy, he told me about 8 years ago, probably longer than 8-9 years ago. He said, if you want to really smell good, if you want to really be attracted, and if you really want a man to notice you, you need to get Jo Malone Mimosa and Cardamom. And what did I do? I ran to the store, to the Jo Malone counter, and got Jo Malone Mimosa and Cardamom. He was on point. He was completely right. Absolutely fell in love with this fragrance. This was my signature scent for years, y'all, for at least about 4 to 5 years. This is my second bottle, you know, so every time I pick up this fragrance, I think about my friend Tori. Rest in peace. He was an amazing man, you know, and I dedicate and I will always remember Jo Malone. He got me started with my first Jo Malone. I will always remember Jo Malone's fragrance, Mimosa and Cardamom. He said this was his favorite one. This is to you, Tori, a beautiful fragrance. This has pretty basic notes, a beautiful note of cardamom, mimosa, and tonka bean, y'all. I mean, you can't mess that up, right? Beautiful fragrance. Get your nose on it. Mimosa and cardamom. Rest in peace, sorry. So next we have bond number 9, and this is New York Nights. Who doesn't love New York Nights? I think this is a fan favorite from the house. You have your beautiful notes of, not only the bottle is stunning, unisex, but the fragrance is out of this world, y'all. You have your gardenia in here. You have some carnation. This is not a very strong gardenia fragrance to me, but you have your carnation, you have some coffee, you have some caramel. What else do you have? You have some tonka bean in here. This is a beautiful fragrance. Sandalwood as well, you know. Absolutely love this. You can't see through the bottle, but I'm pretty sure I have a pretty good dent in this because I wore this like crazy in January and February. If I ran out of this fragrance, I would definitely buy a backup bottle of this. That is how much I love it. You get that vanilla, sandalwoody, floral, spicy. Not too spicy and not too deep for the fall, but it's still a little airy. Beautiful fragrance. Hands down, amazing New York Nights. So next we have the amazing Killian, and y'all, this fragrance is good, okay? This fragrance has amazing performance. All of the fragrances that I'm going to be talking about today, they have a longevity of at least 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours. I'm a heavy sprayer. You can spray moderate and still get the same projection performance. You know, a lot of the times I really don't keep a fragrance if it doesn't have a really good performance. It has to at least give me about 4 hours. They got to give me something, right? But in here, this is an amazing cognac fragrance, y'all. Beautiful bottle. This is Killian's Angel Share. Absolutely love it. The performance on this is stunning. I sprayed this on a sweater and I smelled it like 3-4 days later on the sweater. It was sitting somewhere, but on the skin, this will last at least 10 to 12 hours on the skin, y'all. Stunning performance of Angel Share. My juice has matured a little bit, so I can imagine how it smells even more now. So in here, you have your cognac, cinnamon, tonka bean. You have some vanilla, some oak moss, some sandalwood. This basically smells like a boozy apple pie. Some people say cinnamon roll, but I think it smells like an apple streusel. What's the apple pie with the streusel on top and a little bit of cinnamon, you know, like I can't remember the name of it. A Dutch apple pie. That's what this smells like to me, because it's actually sweeter and more spicier than an apple pie. So to me, this smells like a boozy Dutch apple pie, y'all. Delicious, very sweet. So next we have one of my favorites. I absolutely love the house of BDK. I have about 7 of their fragrances. I might do a review on it. I actually think I did a full review already, but then I got another fragrance, so I might do another collection review. So this is BDK Rouge Smoking. This is a beautiful fragrance transitioning into fall. Very airy, creamy still, light. A lot of people say they don't get a good performance out of this, but I can spray about 8 to 10 times and I get at least 6 to 8 hours out of this fragrance. This is very beautiful. In here you have your cherry, pink pepper, you have some bergamot, you have your black vanilla, orange blossom, and so on and so on. Beautiful, beautiful fragrance. You know, I bought this in January, so I haven't really gotten a chance to wear this fragrance yet, but I'm definitely gonna be rocking this fragrance this autumn, fall, and I'll probably pull it out most likely in a couple weeks, y'all. It's getting a little gloomy here. But yeah, absolutely love it. Some people say this smells like Big Red. Some people say it smells like Hypnotic Poison. I do get Hypnotic Poison, but I get Hypnotic Poison without that Play-Doh-y note. I really don't like Hypnotic Poison. I don't own a bottle. I actually had to return it because I bought it a while back because I didn't like that, that note inside. But this right here is amazing, y'all. This is BDK and this is Rouge Smoking. So the next one we have is Rosazzi. I don't know how to pronounce this. I don't know. La Yaquam. Maybe that's it. Ylang-Ylang, and this is Rosazzi Jasmine Whisk. This is an amazing fragrance, you know, heading on into the fall. This is, you still have your fruity florals, your fruity citrusy notes in here, but they're pretty subdued. They're not too bright. It is pretty much overpowered by that beautiful note of passion fruit. There's that beautiful note of vanilla in here. Then some people say that there's oud inside. It doesn't list any oud inside, but it does smell kind of oudy to me. This is a beautiful fragrance. Some people say this is similar to Herba Pura. Herba Pura is beast mode. Rosazzi is not, but it does have an amazing performance. You have to overspray Rosazzi. I do have a pretty good dent in Rosazzi because I've worn it, you know, in January, but not as much as I like to. So in Rosazzi, it's considered like a fruity floral. Like I said, you have your citruses. I think there's some mandarin, some grapefruit in here. You have your passion fruit, which is the main scent that I get in this fragrance. You have your peach, pear, tonka bean. You have some coconut in here, some vanilla, and you definitely get that beautiful note of amber inside. Beautiful, beautiful fragrance, y'all. Very reasonable. I think this cost about no more than $60-$70, and I actually bought this one on Amazon almost a year ago. Beautiful, y'all. Get your nose on Rosazzi Jasmine Whisk. This is going to be an amazing autumn fall fragrance. Like I said, some people say it smells like Herba Pura. You can't compare nothing to my Herba Pura and my Herba Go. They are absolutely stunning, but it might give you a little bit of Herba Pura, just a little bit, y'all. Okay, so anyway, get Herba Pura. Don't I'm not gonna say don't settle for Jasmine Whisk because it is a good fragrance, but Herba Pura is the woman, the man, whatever you want it to be. So anyway, on to the next. We have the amazing Dolce Amalfi by the House of Xerjoff. Hey, you guys like my necklace? You know, I love jewelry. I got this about, you know, this is my very first time wearing this. This ring came from Asa Caftans, a beautiful fall ring, right? Very pretty ring. This is a stone inside, but I can't remember which one it is. It actually matches, huh? Yeah. So this necklace I bought about a long time ago, and I'm just wearing it about maybe 7 years ago, and it has these tassels at the bottom. It hangs in different lengths. It's really, really pretty, y'all. Beautiful, beautiful necklace. Let me fix my dress. You know, in the fall, I love wearing these dresses. This is basically this is the long dress, and it's very easy to throw on. You can throw on a beautiful necklace, some earrings, and you can throw on a leather jacket. You know, your legs are still covered, so you're still pretty warm. You know, throw on a leather jacket or a jean jacket and call it a day, y'all. I think I have about These dresses I have in many different colors, at least 8 or 9 different colors, like greens, yellows, oranges, you know, purple, you know, and I just add to the dresses, and they're amazing for the summer, just like this, and for the fall. Anyway, let's get back to fragrances, y'all. So this is a Dolce Amalfi, a little bit of a dent inside. Absolutely love this fragrance. This is a very spicy, quince fragrance. Some people say this smells like juicy fruit or a little bubblegummy. I get tons and tons of compliments on this fragrance. To me, it kind of gives me juicy fruit vibes. Some people say this smells like apple pie a little bit. Kind of gives me apple pie as well because of the cinnamon and the cloves and the quince inside. So in the notes, you have, and the cardamom. Oh, the cardamom is stunning in this fragrance, y'all. You have your quince, cardamom, saffron. You have some apple, cloves, incense, some vanilla, some amber, and some other notes as well. But yeah, beautiful fragrance. It kind of gives you a little bit of both, you know, depending on what your nose, like a juicy fruit, spicy, sweet, like I said, quincy, cloves, and some apple. Yeah, it's good stuff. So this is Xerjoff's Dolce Amalfi. The Amalfi Coast is amazing. So if you ever get a chance to go to the Amalfi Coast, make sure you do that when you get over to Italy. So next we have Elixir, and this is by the House of Kayali. I cannot wait to receive Kayali's new fragrance, and I think it's called Amber something. But this is Elixir 11, and this was actually my signature scent for about 3 or 4 months when I initially purchased it. People say there's oud in this one. I wore this fragrance to death when I was in Africa. Like, this was my fragrance every single day. And I did wear it in the heat. This is an all year long fragrance, but this fragrance will definitely shine in the fall. It has an amazing rose. There's, I think, not rose centifolia. There's 2 different roses in here, y'all. So in here you have your, let me figure out where I was. You have your rose. You have an amazing scent. I think I like the red apple in here more. You have your very clean jasmine. You have some Jasmine Sambac. Let's correct that. You have some patchouli, amber, and vanilla. If you don't love this fragrance, this was actually my very first Kayali fragrance. I didn't even get the vanilla first. I got Elixir first because I looked at the notes and I was like, red apple. I was very intrigued, you know. Absolutely love, love, love Kayali's Elixir. If I ran out of this fragrance, I would definitely buy a backup bottle. But that rose, jasmine, and apple in here is stunning. You can see through this. There's a little bit of a dent inside, but you know, I sprayed this about 8 times and I am completely in love. Kayali Elixir. So next we have one that I recently purchased, and I don't see it a lot on reviews, but maybe because it's a new fragrance. But when I saw it, because I've always wanted the Chronic, I've always wanted Mula Mula, I snatched it up. Now, stunning, y'all. I saw a review and it stated that they thought this fragrance was beast mode. This fragrance, let me tell y'all, this fragrance is not beast mode in the opening, but the sillage, Mula Mula, and the Chronic, the sillage, y'all. Once it feels like it's a little molecular. Once it sits on your skin and it warms up, I definitely recommend spraying this on your skin, even on your clothes as well. But on the skin, when I tell you, I wore it on my skin multiple times as it warmed up. And you don't need a lot of this, y'all, because when you spray it, when I tell you, it develops and you get an amazing sillage. The projection is very mild on this, but as it starts to mature, or as it starts to, I don't know if it's mature on your skin, mature on your clothes, or sit on your clothes, this fragrance becomes amazing. I got the most amazing compliments from this fragrance. When I tell you, I sprayed this and Mula Mula on my clothes, and the next morning or over 12 hours later, I still smelled it. My neighbor, I sprayed this in the air. He was at least, I would say 40 feet. At least 40 or 50 feet away from me. He came over, he was like, what was that smell that you just sprayed? The wind blew and he caught a glimpse or a sniff of that sillage, y'all. amazing. So yes, in the opening, with your initial sprays, you don't get as much loud projection, but I think this fragrance is not meant to be loud in the opening, but as it develops, y'all, it becomes beast mode. A beautiful fragrance. The chronic, and that goes for Mula Mula as well. Absolutely love both of them. And like I said, y'all, tons and tons of compliments on this fragrance. When I sprayed it, I did spray it at least, I think 6 times. You don't need a lot of this, but 6 times I sprayed it and it was amazing. So, you know, beautiful fragrance. The chronic, and this is by the House of Byron. In here, and I haven't even spoken of that, in here you have your raspberry, your whipped cream, y'all. You have your sandalwood, cinnamon, you have some melon notes, which is like your, not watermelon, but your cantaloupe, your honeydew melon. You have your pear, amber, white musk, and patchouli. Yeah, this, a beautiful, beautiful, stunning fragrance. And like I said, this is a fragrance that develops, so you won't get boom beast mode in the initial spray, but as it develops on your skin, stunning. So next we have Saffronade. Now, Saffronade is a very beautiful fragrance, and this is by the House of Parfums de Marly. Now, this fragrance, on the other hand, after speaking about the performance of Mula Mula, the chronic, this fragrance, on the other hand, only lasts about 4 hours, y'all, and I did have to overspray. This, I sprayed about maybe 10 times, but I do get like a really light orange blossom. In this fragrance, you have your orange blossom, you have your vanilla, you have your sandalwood, iris, and amber. Beautiful bottle, stunning fragrance, but I really did wish it lasts longer. This, like, this probably might be the only one. This one, and actually one other one. And this is, yeah, I'll get to that one. It's the last one. These two probably only last about 4 hours. But I do spray heavy, and it's a beautiful fragrance, a beautiful note of sweet orange blossom. You can do a lot of layering with this one, but this is a great fragrance transitioning into the fall. And this is Parfums de Marly Saffronade. So the next one we have is a beautiful, another beast mode fragrance, and this is Lolli Bella. See, it's really windy out here, y'all. Can you imagine wearing these beautiful fall fragrances and the wind is blowing and you get that stunning, amazing sillage, y'all? Can't wait for the fall. You have on that warm, cozy leather jacket. Most of these fragrances here that we're talking about today are really warm, spicy, warm, cozy, just beautiful. So anyway, this is Mimo Paris, and this is Lolli Bella. Lolli Bella is stunning. It still gives you a little bit of tropicalness, but it also gives you fall vibes as well because it has a little bit of tobacco inside. So in here you have your coconut, you have your rose, peony, jasmine, vanilla. You have some tobacco, incense, and some precious woods. It does open up with that beautiful note of coconut with a slight rosy note, and then in the dry down, the tobacco in here is not heavy. Ladies, so if you're afraid of tobacco, or men, if you're afraid of tobacco, don't be afraid. I'm not a tobacco fan as well, but I do love the scent. It gives it just a little bit of, ooh, the wind, y'all. It gives it just a little bit of smokiness, but it's such an amazing fragrance. And this is Lolli Bella Mimo Paris. Yeah, we ready. The wind is blowing, and let's give them sillage this autumn fall, y'all. So next we have Soir Exclusive, and this is in collaboration with Big Beer Business. Stunning fragrance, y'all. In here, definitely fall ready with this one. In here you have your almonds, you have some beautiful blood orange, you have your marshmallow, you have some cardamom, you have some vanilla, some sandalwood, you have some coffee in here as well. This fragrance smells like no other. This is very unique. This is not a safe blind buy because of the blood orange and the coffee inside, but I absolutely love it. You get that sweet note of like a whipped creamy marshmallow note on top of the almond. Absolutely love this. Cannot wait to start rocking this autumn, fall, and winter. Beautiful, y'all. This is Navitus Parfums Soir Exclusive. Next we have my favorite my favorite BDK. I done already told y'all what it was. This is Gris Charnel. This is my very first and my favorite BDK fragrance. Absolutely love this fragrance. In here, there's a beautiful note of cardamom as well. You have your fig, you have your black tea, some vanilla, sandalwood. Absolutely stunning fragrance. This is not a safe blind buy, so make sure this is a very particular and keen fragrance, y'all. This is beautiful though. This is very unisex. Absolutely love it. Oh, amazing, intoxicating, very intoxicating and addictive, y'all. I bought this in January and I cannot wait to start rocking this. I did wear it a little bit in January, but I was a little sick in January as well, so I didn't get to wear all the fragrances that I wanted to wear. That's number one. So but I was spraying them so that I can get my sense of smell back, if you know what I mean. So anyway, this is Gris Charnel. Like I said, cardamom, fig, black tea, sandalwood, tonka bean, all that. Stunning. So next we have one of my other beautiful fragrances. I only have two, and this is Armani Prive, and this is Vert Malakite. And somebody's behind me. This is Vert Malakite. So in here you have your bitter orange, you have Petitgrain, jasmine, vanilla. This is a very creamy jasmine fragrance. Most people say this smells like a creamy green vanilla milkshake. Such a beautiful fragrance, y'all. Get your nose on Vert Malakite. I wish I had a backup bottle of this. Rouge Malakite and Vert Malakite are stunning fragrances. You got to get your nose on them. If you cannot find Rouge Malakite, Juliana Parfums has a fragrance called Bad Bitch, and it smells exactly and identical to Rouge Malakite. Get your nose on that. I already ordered it, you know, just to have a backup because, you know, this is pretty expensive and it's very hard to find Vert Malakite and Rouge Malakite. They said Rouge Malakite was going to be discontinued soon, but Juliana Parfums came out with an inspirational fragrance. I don't want to say inspirational fragrance called Bad Bitch. Get your nose on it, y'all. It's almost exact, y'all. Anyway, Vert Malakite, green milkshake, beautiful for this autumn fall coming. Last but not least, we have the House of Penhaligons, and this is Clandestine Clara. This is a very beautiful fragrance. I do use this fragrance for layering. Beautiful bottle, right? You know, but this is definitely an amazing fall fragrance. This kind of reminds me of three different fragrances, or two or three, yeah. So Mason Margiela has By the Fireplace and Jazz Club that I really love. I do not really care too much for By the Fireplace because it's a little too smoky for me, but Jazz Club I love. And then they have a new one I think called Autumn Vibes. This smells like a combination of all three of those to me. You have your woodiness, you have some smokiness, some sweetness, vanilla, and scentsy, all that. This is a very beautiful fragrance. I definitely have to spray a little heavier on this fragrance to get a good sillage and projection. I spray at least 10 times of Clandestine Clara's Penhaligons, but like I said, it's amazing. So in here you have some rum. It's a little boozy. You have your rum, amber, tonka bean, you have your cinnamon, you have some patchouli, and you have your amber. Beautiful, beautiful fragrance, beautiful bottle. Absolutely love this. I think it's a peacock, right? Yeah, so anyway, amazing, amazing, boozy, spicy fragrance, but still airy at the same time, y'all. Looks like me a little bit. So anyway, that is all for my edition, my niche autumn fall vibes fragrance edition, y'all. Next will be my designer fall vibes edition, so make sure you look out for that video as well. Turn on those notification bells, like I said, so that you won't miss that video. And please watch all of this one. Leave me down in the comments what you're going to be wearing for the fall as well, your recommendations for the fall, you know, so we can get this party started with these beautiful, warm, spicy, airy, you know, amazing fall fragrances, y'all. Have an amazing day. Go out to the world, spread amazing sillage, do good, be good, all that. Love you all.